Do 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 do. Hey, how's it going? It's Nancy Gamon. Thanks for visiting. Do you want to get a leg up on spring fashion? I'm just getting ready to dye a colorful pair of leggings using a super easy technique that creates an interesting pattern down the side seams. I'm using a pair of leggings that are 92% cotton and 8% spandex, which actually is something I haven't tried before, but I got them from a company that advertised them as ready to dye, so we'll see what happens. Because this technique creates a pattern along the fold, I'm going to try and make sure that fold lands right on the side seams and inner seams of the leggings. So I'm going to take a minute to kind of smooth out the leggings first. Then I'll just sort of casually scrunch them up into a size that will fit easily into my dyeing pan. The setup that I'm using is a plastic bin topped with a cooling rack and then an aluminum baking pan that I've punched holes in the bottom. I like to line the pan with a few sheets of paper to keep the image of the holes from transferring onto the fabric during the dyeing process. So I'll lay the leggings on top of the paper and then cover them with a damp rag that acts as a protective cloth. Sometimes the powdered dye doesn't all dissolve completely during the ice dyeing process. Then I cover that with a layer of ice cubes and I'm ready to sprinkle on the dye. I'm using Procyon fiber reactive dyes, which are specially formulated to work with 100% plant fiber fabrics. As I said, this one is a blend with mostly cotton and a little bit of spandex, but we'll see what happens. So I'm sprinkling on in a random fashion a variety of colors, starting with cerulean blue, then light red, orange sorbet, amber waves, electric green, and finishing up with deep purple. When you're dyeing pants, leggings, shorts, underskivvies, be careful about the colors brown, yellow, and red and where they end up on your finished design to make sure there's no appearance of a personal hygiene incident. Now that I have all the dye sprinkled on, the project is ready to rest overnight. I like to leave it about 22 hours for the ice to melt, the color to seep into the fabric and become permanent. All right, let's see what goodness we have in our pan here. We've got a lot of interesting colors. You know, it looks like I maybe didn't get the dye sprinkled out as far as I could have in the hip area. I noticed the fabric's still a little bit white in these two spots. But in the other areas on the leggings, it looks like there's some interesting patterns down the front. So the next step is to take this to the sink and rinse the leggings in cold water until the water runs clear. Then I'll wash them in a little splash of Textile Detergent and hot water. Then rinse that out and let them soak for about 20 minutes in hot water with a splash of dye fixative. After that, I'll rinse them out and they're ready to dry and wear and enjoy. So here are the finished leggings, washed, dried, and don't they look fine? They've got some interesting designs going down the sides where the fold created some symmetry. And there are also neat waves of colors winding their way around the leggings. I think this is going to be a super fun pair to wear. I hope this spring finds you looking good, and I'll see you next time. Do 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 do.